BossFm 95.5 Abuja. Every woman for women everywhere. Stay bossed.
Hello. Good morning, Abuja. Good morning, boss ladies, boss men out there. My name still remains Blessing Omwa Imuze. You can call me Boss Lady B. Welcome to another exciting episode of Every Woman. A program that's been designed to reach out to women all over the world. A program that we are set aside for you to know your rights as a woman and to do better things for yourselves. Today, I am talking about something that a lot of people want to run away from, topics that people don't want to talk about, but I've decided to bring it to your doorstep so that we can talk about it, that you can contribute and make something out of it. And what's today's topic? I'm talking about breaking cycles. Daughters who choose a different path. When we're talking about breaking cycles, we are talking about our young ladies. I just want us to know that tonight we are stepping into a topic that sits deep in many homes. It is about women who look around, see certain patterns, and quietly decide, I am not living like this anymore. I want something different. I want my life to change. I don't want to remain the way it was in the family, the way it comes with my mom, the way it comes with my sisters, the way it comes with my in-laws. I want to be somebody different, and I want to live a different life. That is what we really want to talk about. A lot of people try to run away from it. A lot of people try to run away because they believe that a pattern has been set. We must work with that pattern. We must live with that pattern. No. We are no longer in that level of life where the female children have to live their lives the way their mothers did live their lives. Or we trying to follow the same pattern that our mothers actually had when they were younger or they were still alive. So we choose to separate ourselves. Our children choose to separate themselves, and we choose to make things differently. Now we're not saying we want to live this life because we want to be proud. It's not out of pride. It's not out of disrespect. Just out of desire for peace. Because you desire a better thing for yourself. You desire to have that peace. You desire to do things in a different way. It shouldn't be the normal norms. This is how it runs as a family. You must stand by it. You must work like that. You must achieve it the way it is. No, we have passed that stage now. And so that's why we desire that our growth, everything we are looking at, is just to make sure that we have the desire for peace, the desire for growth, the desire for healthier life. And when we do that, you discover that things are working smoothly without you having issues around your life. So let's talk about it. What this topic really means. A lot of us grew up watching the woman before us carrying heavy burdens. Some stayed in painful marriages. When we see some our mothers or some women had marriage issues and they decide to stay, they will say, no, where am I going to? I can't leave my home. I have to stay put there. I have my children. I have to stay by them. Even if he doesn't come to my room anymore, even if he turns me to a slave, I choose to live a separate life. And that is why we say, no, we are not allowing that again. As women, we should learn to take a different step. We must learn to live a different pattern. You shouldn't say because my mother suffered, endured in that marriage, then I should remain in that painful marriage. These are the things we need to look at as women. You know, sometimes most women just believe that, yes, I'm already married to him. What else will I do? Let me just bear it and stay. You don't even care whether your life ends there, just because you want to live a particular way of life. You want to remain in that pattern. That is what your mother went through, and you choose to remain like that. Because these days you hear people say, "Ah, why marriage is breaking?" When our mothers never left their homes, why our mothers stayed put in their marriages? Because they took and tolerated the things that the younger generation won't even dare to at this stage. Some sacrifice everything for the family. You see a mother, she is the one those days, the mother will go to the farm, the mother will go to the market, she's the one that comes back home and will cook and make sure that everything in the home is still the same. Making sure that the husband doesn't even lack anything. Even after doing that, she can still be beaten. She doesn't care because she believes that she's working. She wants her family to have the best. Making sure she sacrifices. Even when she goes to market and come back, every cover is being dropped at the man's table because she feels that is her husband. That is the family. Even when the man comes around, "Woman, have you finished cooking?" And he said, "Yes, the food is ready." And some women, you know, there are some women that they can't stand up. They are on their knees in trying to serve their husbands. So these patterns are not what we should continue with. We should try as much as possible, see how we can break out from such patterns. That is why when we say every woman, we talk about every woman, including the younger ones, the little children that are growing up, the young generation, the young girls that they call themselves the Gen Z and the Gen Alpha. So all these things are things that we should look at and ask ourselves some questions. Now, let's check something else. Some never got the chance to chase their dreams. You understand me? Some never got the chance to chase their dreams. Why? Just because they were limited. They got married at a very early age, and they couldn't go further in education. They couldn't go further in their dreams. Some had said, "I would have loved to be a good teacher." Some said, "I would have loved to be a nurse." Some said, "I would have loved to be a lawyer." But because of the family background that restricted them, they couldn't go. No, women are not meant to be heard. They are only meant to be seen. And because of that, they got them married at a very early age. And once these women get married, their chances of chasing their dream is now reduced. It's very slim. So this generation says, "No, I don't want to live my life like that. I don't want to behave the way my mother did it. I don't want to behave the way my grandmothers did it. There should be difference, and I have to break away from that usual norms." So when you see things like this, as a woman, you ask yourself some question. Are you really, really, really prepared to change that patterns? Now you see, most of these are young girls. They don't do things the way we do things now. Even I have one in my house, and my daughter, she will tell me sometimes, I say, "Mom, I won't do it." That is not how it is done now. I look at her, and after the explanation, I realize that she's 100% right. That means they had that freedom. They are having the freedom. We don't have. They didn't have. Most of these are mothers or our grandmothers. They didn't have this freedom to take decisions all by themselves. I can see my daughter walk up to me and say, "Mom, this is a hairstyle I want to make. Can I have some money and let me go to salon and do it?" But in that time, those days, will you dare go and ask your mom, "I want to make this hairstyle," and she looks at it, look at the kind of hairstyle you want to carry, and you tell her that this is what you want to make? And she will look at you, "Are you sure you are okay?" Because she feels you are not supposed to do some things at that stage of your life. But these other Gen Zs, this Gen Alpha, they have come to the stage where they tell you straight, they look into your eyes and they tell you, "Mom, I think I want to do this, and this is what I think it is right." They have that confidence, they have that courage, they have built up themselves to be able to live up to that by telling you exactly what they think it should be done at that particular time. And some live with silent wounds. They never had space to heal till they passed on. You know, there are some women that have always been in perpetual problems, pain, suffering, and heartache, but they never discussed it with anybody. They never brought it forward. They were in that pain. Why? Because they felt nobody should know what is happening around my household. Nobody should know what I'm passing through. And because of that, they keep silent. And you know that anything that is not discussed, it is an easy way to the other side. Your mental health is being affected. Depression is coming in. Before you know it, you are right away from this part of the world. So that's why we're saying that these patterns need to be broken. The females, the daughters have chosen a path for themselves. They don't want to live the way we have lived our lives. I am talking about women generally, the older generation. They don't want, these young ladies don't want that. They want something different from what their mothers had gone through. And if you want to even go on the spiritual angle of it, you know that you are not supposed to pray that your daughter goes through what you have gone through in life. You know that. Let's look at it from that angle. As a mother, if you never had it all well with you, you won't pray for your daughters to go through it. So those girls had to work out, break those things, those barriers, and become somebody better off than you as a mother. So now, many daughters today are choosing a different path. They are saying, I love my family, but I don't want to repeat these struggles, which is a fact. They love you so much. They love their home. They love where they are coming from. They love the background. But there are some things that are not real. There are some pains that they don't want to go through. There are so many people, even up to this period, there are some probably in my age, older than me, that have gone through one pain or the other, that believes that these pains cannot be shared with their own children. But the children you are looking at, they know everything, they are seeing it, and they keep telling themselves, Mom, I won't be like you when I grow up. When a child tells you, I don't want to be like you when I grow up, especially the way you were handling some things. Oh, sorry, please, you can call back. A lot of people started calling me. Okay, you're free to call me on 09029222944 or 08077773288. You can call and let's talk about it. If you have these norms, you have these patterns that you need to break away from, something that will make you live a better life, please, you're free to call me on 09029222944. So I was saying before I tried to pick that call, another thing we have to look at is that takes strength. It is only with strength, it is only with power, it is only with that determination that you can break away from such flaws. But without that, you are going nowhere. When we say, what's breaking the cycles look like? Yes, it shows up in small, quiet decisions. Sometimes you just look at it and say, look, I think these things are getting clumsy somehow. It's getting too much. I can't cope anymore. I think I need to choose a therapy instead of silence. Let me go for a therapy session. And when you go for therapy session, you are being talked to, you are being counseled, you are being asked some questions, and you realize that that decision is the best decision you can take. You know, some people like to die in silence. No matter what it is, they keep it to themselves. They believe that it is when they don't say things that they can walk over it. No. You must speak out. You must go somewhere. You must talk to somebody. There should be somebody that you can confide in. That's the truth. You can call me on 09029222944, 08077773288. Okay, have a message. I said, Boss Lady, good morning. How are you? I am following your program right away. I want to say thank you for this topic. I have been listening to you, and I will say that is the truth, because I had an issues when I was growing up. I saw how my father used to beat my mom, and I was asking myself, when I grow up, am I going to marry a man that will beat me? Oh my God. He said, but when I finally got married, I told my husband, I said, I am a woman that appreciates myself. I said, no man raises his hand on me. Wow. And today, we've been married for 13 good years now. He has never raised his hand on me. My name is Mrs. Okarafo from Jikwe. Oh God, Mrs. Okarafo, thank you. Thank you for the message and the encouragement to other young ladies that are coming. You see, she broke away from that pattern. She saw it that her mother was being beaten by her father. But she told herself, no man will beat me. How many of you want to take that decision? You know, sometimes we just get carried away with some things. It could be the money, it could be the lifestyle, it could be how handsome he is, it could be the way, the swag around him. And you say, even when he beats you, you don't care. It has started. Your mother experienced it. You are experiencing it. That means you are passing it on to your daughters. We shouldn't do that. We shouldn't do that. We should learn to walk away from some things. The earlier we do it, the better for us. You know, when you choose a therapy to walk over your life, to discuss and walk away from that silence, you begin to see that things are moving for you the way it should move. So setting the boundaries instead of overgiving, that is another thing. You set your boundaries. This is what I want in my life. This is how I want to go about it. These are the things I will accept, and these are things I will not accept. My mother went through it does not mean I have to go through it. That's a fact. If your mother had gone through that pain, you shouldn't go through it. And that is why you are more exposed, more enlightened, and more social than your mother. And so you could be able to read and check yourself and say, these are the things. It is not normal for me to hold on to things like this. It is not normal for things like this to dwell within me. How many of us, women, talk to ourselves when we are in this kind of situation? All right, I'm having another message. It said, okay, Boss Lady B, good morning. How are you? My name is Jane from Gwarimpa. I just want to say thank you. I'm actually listening to you right away. I want to say it's a wonderful topic, and I say thank you. I will do my best to walk away from those past of my mom, and I make sure my children will be part of it. All right, Boss Jane from Gwarimpa, thank you for that wonderful message. All right. So as I was saying before that message came in, you can as well call us on 0902922944 or 08077773288. That's the number to be part of this program. Every woman on BossFm 95.5 Abuja. Leaving toxic situation early. That's one thing that a lot of women will want to do. When you see that you are in a toxic relationship, you see that the environment is becoming very toxic, instead of you to sit down and tell yourself, is this what I want for myself? Let me quickly find a solution to my problem by walking away quietly without stress. But you see one thing, people that refuse to walk away, sometimes it could be out of greed. It could be out of selfishness, a lot of benefits. So they begin to see that benefit more than the toxic situation around them. So, but when you take an early step, when you pull out early, you discover that something good, something beautiful begin to focus on you. So we should try as much as possible when things like this are working. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello, boss man. Good morning.
Good morning.
Please, your name and where you calling from, please.
My name is Oluwaseyi Joseph.
Okay, from
I'm
where?
calling from Mitama.
Mitama. Okay, so what's your contribution, or you have a question?
No, I want to appreciate the girl.
Hello?
I want to appreciate the girl.
Oh, okay. The girl child.
My name is Ibu.
If you want. All right, you can call back on press play. That's your topic. That's your call is for press play, not for this program. All right. So you focus more on education, career. You understand? When you focus on education or career goals, you begin to see that a lot of things are beginning to work for you, because most people will want to focus on the education. But if you do that as a young breed, as a young lady that knows what she is looking for and what she intends to get in future, she will focus on her education or her career goals. When you have your career goals set up and you have your education, you set it up and say, this is what I want, this is how I want to achieve, this is where I want to get to in life. My mother couldn't get to this level, then I think I have to break that barrier. Sometimes I sit down with my daughter and we talk a lot, and I tell her, this is how far I have gone, but I look forward to you, not by my power, by the strength and the glory of God in your life, to be far, far better than me before you achieve this age that I am now. So sometimes we parents, we also have to sit down and help our children build their future. We also help our children to build their career goals. In the process of trying to do that, we discover that a lot of things begin to work. The child will sit there on her own and say, yes, mom has been able to achieve this, but I think I want to go further than mom at that particular stage of life. So many of us, talk to yourself. As a woman, ask yourself some questions. Do you have time with your daughters? Do you talk to them? Do you appreciate them? And do you make them understand what they should do? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello, that's ready.
Boss man.
That's ready.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah. Well,
Thank you. Your name and where you're calling from. Your name.
Very significant topic. I'm Solomon.
Oh, Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate you. Please, your contribution.
Yeah. In fact, it is very important, very, very significant for one to, not to make education for a job.
Yeah.
Uh, I really appreciate God
Mm.
for passing through, accomplishing my primary and school education.
Yeah.
Although the year I finished my secondary school,
Mm.
I didn't make my way,
Mm.
and I think I did it out.
Mm.
I consider it self-control.
Mm.
Although I later, and I discovered that actually I'm a songwriter and a singer.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't think that. I didn't get to that one too, and I was playing with some bands,
Mm.
musical bands in Taraba and Adamawa. I was into live bands, live performance for 10 years,
Okay.
11 years.
Mm.
And that really helped me. I did not get a job doing it, but with that one, I managed my space, my life, my space.
Yeah.
Then would you imagine that after something like 20 years now, I started my education into the university. I graduated at the University.
Wow.
I
Wow.
graduated to the year 2010. I couldn't get any job to do. And I continued with the music. I think I gave it up.
Mm.
I continue with it.
Mm.
This is I'm talking now. Radio station is this city, Abuja.
Mm.
As I'm talking, so if you ask me to send at least 5 or 10 of my songs to you,
Mm.
you'll be surprised. You will ask question, why is that this guy in Nigeria doesn't want me?
Oh.
It's surprising that it's really happening in this country. There are several talents at this stage in this country. Nobody knows anything about it.
Mm.
Very wonderful talent to the football, to the music and all of things together. So all the things music really helps me. You know what you did? Had an accident in the year 2019. President at the moment, right now, visually impaired.
Mm.
I'm visually impaired. But all the things, there are people that they discuss.
Oh, sorry, we lost your call. All right, thank you very much, Bossman Solomon, for calling. All right, so like I was saying, so we'll talk about the goals. Building financial independence. That is another thing as a woman you need to do. You, as a child, you discover that your mother cannot even keep money. She can save. As a young woman, she couldn't build that strength, that financial independence. It was not there. And you tell yourself, no, we are going through a lot because my mother couldn't stand her ground to do the right thing. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes,
You will try and please try and round up because round up.
Let me round it up now.
All right, time is not my side.
Let me
Please.
round it up now.
All right.
Yeah, you know that this thing that because of my consistency in the music,
Mm.
even presently there are people that were just young, they are just in my house friends.
Mm.
I'm visually impaired now after the result of accident in 2019. So they have mercy on me just because of this talent that God has given me. They are now paying my house rent. In fact, people should not take their talent just with an education course. I can now write clean that in English language because I'm educated.
Oh, okay.
If I just with my education, or if I'm not concentrated,
You won't have been
I
able to do
will
that.
see the way I'm speaking out. You may not find me speaking in this way.
All right,
You know,
Bossman, thank you so much. All
So
right.
I encourage people to not to just with education and with the talent. God bless you all.
All right, thank you, Bossman. All right, okay. You see, whatever you want to do, be focused. I said it earlier. When you are focused, it helps you. You know why it is not easy? Let's be real. Breaking up patterns comes with plenty challenges. People may not understand you. Some may judge you. Some may tell you you are doing too much. Family may think you are ungrateful or feeling too big, but it is not like that. It is because you want to break that pattern and you want to be a better person. But growth is uncomfortable, and choosing a healthier life doesn't mean you are abandoning your roots. It simply means you are choosing not to repeat the pain that your parents, your mother had gone through. That's what it is for you to pull out of that. And I want to say thank you, because time is not on my side anymore. But my encouragement for you tonight is that if you are breaking a cycle here is a reminder. You are not allowed to want a better, you are not allowed to want better, you are not allowed to protect your peace, you are allowed, and somehow, if people think you don't need your peace, I'm telling you now that you are allowed to protect your peace. You are allowed to want a better life, and you are allowed to say no. You are allowed to walk away, and you are allowed to heal. You are allowed to rewrite a story. You are not betraying your family. You are not being ungrateful. You are not building something that is not healthy. You are building a healthier life for yourself and those coming after you. And I want to say a big thank you to as many of you that have spent time with me listening to this program, Every Woman, where we talked about breaking the pattern. You know what it is when your daughter chooses to live a different path of life from the one you are believing. Don't see it as if she's trying to abandon you. Don't see it as if your child is trying to insult the family she's coming from, but she wants to be a better person and a better you. On this, I want to say a big thank you to everyone. I am no other person. I still remain your host, Blessing Omwa Imuze. Until I come your way, same time, same station, please remain blessed and stay boss.